Hello, I'm Azai. Welcome back to Pankatsu Akuma. I haven't gone to the gym in about a week, guys. I am really getting antsy about my gym schedule, or my lack of, overall progress at the gym. But yeah, I am actually a lot better now, as you can hear from my voice. As you can also, see from the previous episode, my voice is a lot better. I also got my Chinese herbal medicine here that treats sore throat. It's called Lohan Kuo. I don't know if you guys know about that, but it's basically just I don't know what's inside it. I was looking at the composition and it says it has cane sugar and something else. But yeah, it relieves sore throatness, and I've been drinking this shit for the past I don't know, 2 days, and my god, it's so good. It tastes so good too. This doesn't taste like medicine, man. It tastes so sugary and it tastes so good. I should have gotten this the first day I got sick. Holy moly. The thing is though, because I'm not used to getting sick. I don't know what medicine I should get. So when I was going out with my sister yesterday, she was the one that recommended me a lot of the medicine that I should take. So props to her. But yeah, I'm gonna have to make up for not going to the gym the past week in the next 5 weeks. I can only get one extra day per week because I go five times a week, right? But yeah, this is me back again, and let's actually do the last episode recap before we start. So in the last episode, we did more romance stuff with Arle. We got into 2 H scenes. The first H scene was, the typical H scene after the date. The second one was after we did the cafe thing, which was... I was looking at the last episode and I was editing it out. Turns out, instead of 40 minutes on each of the H scenes, the first H scene we got last episode was an hour long. God damn, Arle. This bitch really is also a nympho. All of the girls in this game are nymphos, guys. Jesus Christ. The length of these 8 scenes are insane. So if you guys are playing the all ages version, you're doing yourself a disservice by not being able to do, any sort of fapping here. But yeah, this is actually the 6th of January. As you can see, I last played this on the 3rd. But okay, let's actually progress, shall we? This is after the second H scene. Arlo gets right back into the groove of waiting tables, and I resume watching her from the back. Good, looks like we're back to normal without a hitch. I was worried one of us might not be quite ready to start moving again. I should try to avoid moments like this in the future. This probably will also be the last episode for Arla's route. If we take a look at all of the other previous routes, it seems every route is about 3 hours in length. What the hell? Sorry to make you take care of things on your own out here. Okay, Arla and I will handle this for a while. You go ahead and rest, Rinchan. Oh ho! Now that's the work ethic of a part-time veteran. I don't think guys and girls even have that problem, guys. If you guys are horny, it's not like you can't suppress the feeling. No, seriously, you really deserve to relax for a bit. I'm definitely one of those people that try to have self-control over myself a lot more than just do whatever I want. I feel like if people just do whatever they want and they fall into desire or fall into their own instinct, what makes us different from being an animal? We're not animals, we're freaking humans. Rinchan totally sees through me at every turn. It might not be enough to appeal to her boss to give her a raise.
バレちゃってましたね。
Arlo walks by briskly with her tongue playfully sticking out. She heard the exchange Ringchan and I just had. Somehow you don't seem to think that's a bad thing.
もちろんリンちゃんには助けられたなって思うんですけど、レンさんとはまた大事な思い出を作れたと言いますか。
I don't really think having sex is that much of a precious memory, but alright.
絆を結べて嬉しいと言いますか。
Arlo. Oh boy. I mean, we didn't actually had anal sex, right, on the previous episode, but we did tease, tease her butt with the carrot thing. It was, I don't know, man, it's so unhygienic. But I guess when you're wrapped up in your sexual desires, you don't really care about being hygienic or not, but yo, that actually is disgusting when you have a clear and sober mind. Ringchan was right. I'm not going to last the rest of the day like this. Arla's too damn cute for me to handle.
レンさん、
Hmm?
私、本当にレンさんの恋人になったってことですよね。
I detect more than just a touch of unease and doubt in her tone. But a sort of eagerness overshadows it many times over. A stressed yet somehow happy mix of emotion I can't quite express with words. That's what I can pick up from looking into her upturned eyes, at least. Naturally, my job now is to assuage... I think that's how you say that word, right? Assuage the doubt in her mind. My ultimate goal, after all, is to see the face of my beloved forever adorned with a smile. Yeah, we're officially an item. You're irreplaceable to me by now.
レンさん。
Arla smiles with such fierce delight that tears well up at the corners of her eyes. Okay, stop right there. I'm just as delighted as you, so I understand what you want to do right now. More than you know even. What, does she want to have sex again? Still, right now we have jobs to do. A quick glance around the shop reminds me that we now have an audience, several whom are giggling at the scene from their tables. They're hearing every word we're saying. Some of these people are classmates of mine. I'm going to get a lot of attention at school tomorrow.
やっちゃいました。
Yup, it's public now.
ごめんなさい。
She pokes her tongue out again and grins. She doesn't seem to mind our relationship being on display. All I see in her face is joy and satisfaction. I don't have a mirror, but I don't doubt that my own expression matches hers. We can flirt at each other more later. First comes work. Let's get to it. With that, Arla leaps back into the fray, and then suddenly stops. What's wrong, Arla? What is it now? Oh no, this has to do with the carrot thing earlier, doesn't it? I should note, by the way, that we were kind of sort of planning to watch that and enjoy it later, so to speak. The carrot? What, are you gonna eat it? Man, this game really does some weird shit. What's up? Does your butt hurt?
いえ、そっちは。
Arla reaches down to point to her crotch.
さっきいただいた精液がちゃいました。
Oh,
お腹に力を入れたら中に入ってくれますが。
just go to the bathroom and wash yourself, jeez. Don't ask me, I have no idea.
せっかくいっぱい出してもらったのにもったいないです。気合で頑張ります。
Good luck? Yeah, I feel like when you play this game, guys, it always feels like you're just reading a doujin, right? And what do you do when you read doujins? You're just there to do a quick fap, right? You're not there to read the story. You're not there to think about big things. You're just there to relieve yourself and then, whew, I'm done, I'm good, I'm done with this game. That's what you want when you play when you read doujins, right? But I feel like in a game format, it just doesn't work because it goes on and on and on and on. That's what I feel when I play these games. Like, it's good if I play this for an hour and then I get into an 8 scene and I'm like, yeah, that's good. That's the stuff. But you don't want to play anymore after you see it, right? That's how I feel when I play this game. Because a lot of the stuff that happens is also reminiscent of what happens after you're done with the 8 scene in the doujins. But doujins don't last that long. They're probably about 20 pages, 34 pages at most. Unless you read those tankobons that are about 150 pages. That's basically a hardcover. And that usually has multiple chapters. And you don't even read the whole book in a single sitting too, because after you read like one chapter, you're done. That little issue aside, we blaze our way through the rest of this productive day without another incident. A lot of the mannerisms in this game really just reminds you of doujins. And it's not really, when you're not horny, it's not really hot, in my opinion. It's just like, it's weird. Because if she was like saying that and I was like super horny, I'd be like, yeah, that's the stuff. But because I'm not horny, I'm like, that's weird. You can just go to the bathroom before we actually came back, right? I wake up and heave a long yawn. Finally, summer break. And you can see I actually am able to make a long sentence without having to take a break. My voice is coming back, baby. My throat isn't hurting as much. It still hurts a tiny bit, but we got this Chinese medicine beside me. The first semester of the school year ended yesterday, catapulting us into our yearly lull of no class boredom. That giddy feeling makes one want to scream. Ooh, tomorrow's the first day of the break. But it's something I'm used to, so it hardly phases me anymore. Be that as it may, Tama-chan was ridiculous yesterday.
明日からは全力で怠けるのですよ。ネットゲしてブラゲしてスマホゲーの毎日。ああ、お前たちはもう帰っていいのです。
What? Do people actually just do that every single day? I mean, I probably did that too when I was in middle school, but by the time I was in like high school, I don't really do that. What do I do during my off time? Like, I wasn't really close to my family during my high school days too, by the way, guys. So, I kind of don't remember what I did, but it was most likely like playing visual novels. I don't know which visual novel, but that must be what I spend the most out of my holidays for. Usually, a teacher is supposed to close out the semester with the standard "school's out," but be careful of this and that speech. I have no idea how or why that woman continues to teach. But I don't need to think too hard about that right now. The time has finally come to act like it's actually summer. Maybe I should go invite Arlo out on a date. We're a couple now, after all. I mean, we've gone plenty of places around town already. Still, the experience is totally different when your partner is actually your girl. I hear a sudden tapping sound. A meek, cautious-sounding knock resounds from my door. It's unlocked. Come on in.
アルルです。帰ります。あ、お休みでしたか？
Sorry, I had to mute there. I actually had to cough. Nothing at all. I only woke up not too long ago. Speak of the devil. Here she is. Oh, she's in a traditional mummy outfit. That's rare. Her timing is impeccable today. It's actually read my mind. Quite fortunate for me. I wasn't expecting her to be wearing those clothes though. Which can only mean Arla means business today.
レンさん、私のこの格好を見てムラムラしませんか？
God, yeah. When I'm not horny, guys, if I hear my girlfriend like say this, I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's an odd question to start the day with, don't you think?
いいえ、せっかく恋人になったのに、ちょっとくらいムラムラしてくれたら嬉しいなって。
Like, would you even want your girlfriend to be like this? I mean, people who don't share the same values as I do probably wouldn't care and probably would enjoy a more lewd girlfriend like this, but I really cannot. Yeah, someone who's lecherous like this, who always thinks about sex, it's off-putting. We can do so much more than just have sex, you know? So that's why you came wearing that. She bobs her head up and down sheepishly as she says that. Aha, so it was all for me then. She made that choice with me in mind. Her main goal in coming here was to seduce me. How about that? To answer her question, yes, extremely. I answer her as honestly as words allow.
そうですか。恥ずかしいですね。改めて言われると。
Arla timidly sways left and right as if to dodge an incoming bout of shyness. Arla herself may not have intended for it to have this effect, but that outfit by nature exudes a naughty sort of aura. Mummy-style wrappings leave her feet basically bare and her navel exposed. So of course that has an effect on me. My heartbeat quickens. The sound of it must be audible by now. Whichever angle I look from, there's something attractive about her. Arla. I've been planning on taking Arla somewhere in town today. But that's not the only way to go on a date with someone, right? Stay-at-home dates are a thing too. And we're already lovers, so we have options. Arla and I wordlessly draw closer to one another. I reach out and place my hand on her cheek, smooth and soft to the touch. Like her skin, her gaze is warm, eyes glistening and expectant. Our faces grow closer until our lips touch. Oh, what?
今から動物たちに餌をあげるんですけど、レンさんも行きましょう。
Huh? We're just getting to the good part.
ほらほら、きっとみんなお腹を空かせてますから。
Look, I know, but what just happened? Didn't we have a nice atmosphere going and everything?
いいえ、みんな生きてるんですよ。ご飯をあげるのは私たちのお仕事ですから。
I feel like she's playing us for fools, Ren. Okay, yeah, that's true and all, but really?
それに、夏休みに入ったからって怠けてちゃダメですよ。
So she was thinking about us and then she was thinking about the animals after that. See, this is what I mean by I feel like Arla is putting stuff that's not just us in her mind. I feel like she's lying when she says she's thinking about us, right? Remember what happened when we were in that flashback about showing her, or not showing her, but when we saved her from not college, right? From those guys who were trying to take in people for their clubs, and then she was like all into the animals and whatnot. I don't think I would ever like someone like Arla, you know. It's a trait, I guess, and some people kind of like this trait. Someone who's focused on themselves more than like other people. And I'm someone like that too. I focus on myself more than other people. But I don't like camouflage myself. I don't bullshit myself. I don't bullshit like Arla, I mean. She said that she's always thinking about us, blah blah blah, but once something that actually catches her mind more, she instantly leaves us out of her mind. I'm not someone like that. I'm someone who always thinks about myself first and foremost. I don't like camouflage myself. Try as I might, I can't refute what she's saying. Nor can I say that I don't appreciate what a thoughtful, caring girlfriend I have. Well, the break only just started, no need to rush. And I know in the last episode I said something along the lines of how I usually just say whatever that's on my mind on the games that have choices like Persona and stuff, guys. And I know that sometimes when you play those games, you're supposed to feel empathetic towards the character's development, and you should choose answers that might make them feel better. But I don't necessarily think that's the right way. Should you actually make them feel better after after them showing you their perspective? I don't necessarily think so. Like, if you're a good person, sure, maybe, but I always say that I'm not a good person. I'm just my own person, and I don't want to be a good person. I'm sure we have countless opportunities to go out into town in the next few weeks. Reason why I'm saying that is because I was like actually watching a Persona 4 playthrough while I was like sick, right? And like the person that I was watching, at first he was kind of cold like me. He always said anything that's on his mind. You know, the choices that are a bit more asshole-ish. But as time goes on, he actually feels bad for the character, and he actually changes the tone of his choices to make it so that the characters don't feel as bad, right, with the choices. But I don't think I'm that type of person. There should be no harm in devoting at least part of the day to tending to the animals with her. Arla grasps my arm and pulls me along, completely naturally. Oh. Arla flashes a self-satisfied grin at me. Looks like you have no problem touching me now. You're getting stronger day by day, huh? Yeah. Arla is always so energetic and positive. I love how she puts her all into everything she does. Stripping habit notwithstanding, of course. But it doesn't change the fact that she's simply an all-around earnest, pleasant person. Okay, fine. Let's go. Well, that's why I love her. I take Arla's hand and walk with her to the yard. Meows, roars, and squeals. A cacophony of animal cries rises to return Arla's greeting. A few of these are impossibly unlike the others, but I'm more or less used to that now. Demonic or not, animals are animals, like Pochi for example. Arla happily dishes out breakfast for everyone present. But that's when she chooses to butt in. Gomei's comment comes right after Arla fixes a collar around her neck. Or torso, really. But those are the same part and whale things like her. How'd this happen? Where'd Arla send the crass Gomei I know of too? This one sounds like a groveling serve in comparison. I don't know what's a serve. Oh, just what? Why do you have Gomei tied up? A shadow of something grim hangs over Arla's expression. Oh, I see. Well, if that's how it has to work, so be it. I get the impression she's only getting worse. She sounds like some sarcastic internet troll now. Arla's brow furrows in serious contemplation. I'd say it's no use wasting thought on it. I imagine Gome would have turned out this way no matter what. Shut up, you. Why did this creature have to turn so awful?
いろいろペットのしつけ本を読んでるんですけど、うまくいきません。
Like I said, I don't think any normal pet training method would work on this Lardo.
そもそも白クジラの本がなくて。
I wonder if we should seek some professional help. Maybe they could give me tips on rehabilitating Ditzy students while they're at it. Our conversation on the topic continues as we follow the feeding protocol.
ねえ、リリね。なに、エミちゃん。
We're back to breakfast in our usual, decidedly normal setting. The angel succubus pair seem to be getting along quite well, enjoying the meal I made. Or so I would think, if not for the veins twitching in their heads.
お兄ちゃんの隣は私の指定席だよね。違うよ、私だよ。じゃあ、お兄ちゃんの膝の上は私の指定席だよね。違うよ、私だよ。今隣って言ったじゃん。どっちもだよ。まあ、それは後で話し合うとして。どうしてアルルがお兄ちゃんの隣でイチャついてんの？私だって聞きたいよ。
Miria keeps taking bites of her rice while tears cascade down her cheeks like a cartoon. But in all honesty, I expected this. Arla and I are lovers now, and that means their competition is over. Neither of us are hiding it either. I still feel like I wouldn't change how I treat my sister even though I got a girlfriend. But these stares are starting to make my skin crawl. Like, I get that when you're in a relationship, you kind of want to treasure that person more. Or maybe you want to make her seem special. But I don't know, I feel like that's the wrong way to go around about it. It's not just Ruri and Emery. And Emmy! Ugh, I hate the localization editors. But the other girl's eyes are fixed on me. It feels like acupuncture. Arla, meanwhile, continues to cuddle up close to me, either oblivious to the situation or deliberately enjoying it. I should note, by the way, that she's been deliberately resting her head on my shoulder for a while now. Not the best table manners, I admit, but she's actually not eating in this position, so she's essentially beyond reproach in that department. I kinda wish she'd sit normally and eat so we can finish up here.
どうしたんですか？
How does she do it? Arla is a natural at, well, acting natural. Do what?
ほえ？って、かわいいけど。
No, I don't really think that's cute, Emmy. I totally get you, sis, and I almost wish I didn't.
ねえ、アルル。お兄ちゃんとはどういう関係？何って。レンさんの恋人になりました。
Huh? What do you mean, huh? Someone bumps a table, shaking the silverware and plates around.
リリネが気絶した。泡吹いてるよ。これは危険だ。今普通に舌打ちしたのですよね。
Jeez, this is not what I was hoping for this morning. Although, I guess it's more or less my fault that this is happening. I don't get why this is so much of a problem. Like, 2 episodes ago when we were going to on a date with Arla, you'd think that she was already our girlfriend by then.
レンさん、このおひたし美味しいですね。
Thank you, Arla. And not just for the compliment. Arla, the heart of this hellish scene before me, happily continues eating breakfast and pays the other girls no mind. To summarize the current situation, I'll start with the fact that Arla is now my girlfriend. She's now capable of making physical contact with me, without any involuntary simulation. While she previously would turn horny or nervous just from touching me, that has all changed. And naturally, this is a happy development for both of us. For us both.
今日は少しお願いがありまして。
Sure, but put on clothes first.
実はレンさんに勉強を見てほしいんです。
We're a few days into summer break at this point. Today, Arla seems to have come to my room with studying on her mind. So she's not gonna do what I said about putting her clothes on first. Arla, clothes!
ちょっと厚かましいかなとは思うんですが。
Fuck this chick. Great, she's ignoring me. I'll answer your request once you put something on.
ごまかされてくれませんか。
Arla assumes a meek, pleading position to appeal to my softer side. Ugh. Arla's growing accustomed to using her cuteness as a weapon against me. Yeah, what do you mean this is like natural? She's of course like manipulative, Ren. I don't mind seeing this, but I can't let it carry me away. Didn't you tell me earlier that you were totally okay with wearing clothes now?
でもやっぱり部屋の中ではラフでいたいですし、着飾ってるワンコたちだって家の中だと全裸ですし。
Except they have fur, so that doesn't count. Arla glances down to inspect her body. She starts to wrap the end of the bandage around her finger and looks back up at me.
怪我は
Get dressed. Shoulders dejectedly hanging low, Arla turns toward the door.
お邪魔しました。
I hear a click, and then the door shuts. She's gone. Sorry, Arla, but this is for your own good. To be frank, even if she's clothed in that bandage, I can't guarantee that I won't want to pounce on her if I stay in close proximity. Though I suspect Arla would appreciate that level of attention, wouldn't she? This still leaves kind of a bad taste in my mouth. I don't like doing this. Doing what? Telling her to have clothes? You've been doing that throughout the whole game!
戻りました。
Oh, that was quick. Good girl. Yeah, see, this clothes isn't even all that, like, new, because this is the clothes that Ren was wowing over when she was, going on a date with us. This is something that she used for casual wear.
いつまでも成長しない私だと思ったら大間違いですよ、レンさん。
She strikes a proud pose. Chest puffed out, she accents her modest breasts. Impressive.
私だってやればできる子なんです。それに、いつまでも服が擦れて気持ちいいとか言ってたら恋人失格ですから。今日からの私は違うってところを見てほしいです。
Oh wow, you're really set to prove yourself today. What a come-at-me world attitude. Nice. If that's how you want to act, maybe you should wear clothes from the start then.
いえ、やっぱり包帯が一番落ち着くので。
Sort of like how people tend to just wear tracksuits at home.
ですです。
Arla nods, content with the analogy. She seems unusually energetic today.
服を着たらお願い聞いてくれるんですよね。
Which is probably the last H scene of the game. Or off the route. That I did. So what do you want from me? I recall that she already said it when she was more fabric challenged. I was too focused on making her get dressed to listen, so I've already forgotten.
今日は勉強を見てほしいなーって。
Ah, right, studying. But why? I know your grades aren't bad at all. They're pretty good, actually.
いえ、悪いということはないんですけど、夏休みの宿題は早めに終わらせておきたいんです。
What's with me, like, watching you, though? Isn't that weird? You're not even wanting me to teach you. Ah, ever the model student. Actually, I already knew Arlo was the type to finish her homework as soon as possible. On the other hand, Emmy always procrastinates until the last minute and then ends up crying for me to help. To me. And as her brother, that makes me kinda sad.
なので、もしよかったら、レンさんの部屋でやりたいなって。ダメですか？
She plops down at my feet and looks up into my eyes. Ugh. Whatever, Ren. I'm not even gonna say that. I don't know. I have a lot of housework to catch up on. Arla grabs onto the hem of my shirt, pouting and tugging.
レンさん
And the weather's perfect for airing out everyone's sheets today.
お兄さん
It's been a while since she last called me that. In fact, it's been rare ever since we started dating.
レンお兄さん
Ugh. Girlfriend or not, that term of endearment still grips my heart every time.
せっかく夏休みになったことですし一緒にいたいんです
I can't keep this up. How can I possibly tease her when she's just so ugh. You're killing me, Ren. I hate myself for even trying. I feel dirty, like the lowest water scum I can imagine. I feel like whenever girls do this, it's just acting, man. I wouldn't dare act so callously in response to her saying how she feels so frankly. I would. Okay, fine, as long as breakfast comes first.
本当ですかやだこれで今日は一日レンさんを独占できます嬉しいないっぱい甘えちゃおう
Arla rubs her face into my arm with glee. I wasn't expecting her to be so excited about this. Let's just call this a perk of being the boyfriend. What are you doing sitting in my lap? Well, would you care to explain, Arla?
はい
I believe she just wanted me to watch her study. So why exactly has she chosen to perch on my lap? The contented smile on her face is certainly charming, I'll admit. How is studying supposed to work in this position?
そうですね
Happy as she is, her work hasn't progressed an inch since she sat down. At least she's got the image down. Pen in hand, textbook open in front of her.
レンさん
Yeah?
読んでみただけです
I'm glad you're enjoying this moment, but you told me that we're going to spend the day on your homework, typo.
わかってます
Do you though?
大丈夫です任せてください
Unfortunately, the playful and totally not serious tone in her voice tells me otherwise. That said, I've been stroking her head with my hand this whole time. If she really wanted to do this, I would appreciate it if she actually finished her homework first and we could do whatever the hell we want instead of this weird thing.
気持ちいいですこうやってレンさんに触れて甘えるのが夢だったんです
You need to dream bigger then.
大きな夢でしたよこうやって頭を撫でてくれますけど私にはどれだけ遠く見えたか毎日毎日どうやったら平気になるかなとかグークル先生にお伺いしたりとか
Now I really want to see her search history.
あとはゴメちゃんにお願いしたりとか全然意味なかったですけど
Because all Gomi does is let you talk before ditching you.
私幸せです
If this is what makes you happy, then by all means, do whatever you want. Am I letting her get too attached to me? What did I do to deserve all this love in the first place? I mean, I guess I've actually done a lot with her. Thinking about it makes my chest swell up. You always seem so driven to get what you want, Arlen.
そんなことないですよ結局レンさんにいろいろしてもらっちゃいましたし
Those times don't count.
そんなレンさんだから大好きです
Arla turns back to me and smiles like a flower opening to the sun. The image stuns me into silence. I'm flattered that she focuses her attention on me like this, but it leaves me without a way to respond. In the end, the happiness wins out. It's worth the brief flash of embarrassment.
さてさて今日はいっぱい勉強しないとですねただ甘えてるだけじゃダメですね
So can I get out? I'd rather be doing chores than be your freaking chair. With that, Arla bends over and starts to work on solving the problems on the paper. Go get him, Arla. After about 15 minutes of diligently working, Arla's writing and stops, moving in the middle of solving a problem.
お聞きしてもいいですか？
Hmm? What's up?
問題がわからなくて。
Alright, let me see. I peer over Arla's shoulder to see that, indeed, the one she's working on is a bit more challenging than the rest. We see this kind of lot in my current school year, but not the one she's in now. Okay, so look, this variable here is defined by this formula, so...
ありがとうございます。年上の人が恋人だとこんな約束があるんですね。
Yup, and that's not all I'm good for, trust me.
もともとレンさんは頼れるお兄ちゃんって感じでしたけど、今度は頼れる彼氏さんって感じですね。
That has a much nicer ring to it. But I'll gladly show off a bit more in the future if that's what you want. I don't mind doing that myself, but she might. I doubt she'd like other girls saying, "What a catch, let me borrow him," or things like that. But Arla defies my expectations.
無理しなくていいですよ。
What? You don't think I could do it?
いえいえ、そういうことじゃなくてですね。
Arla whips her head around and frantically backpedals.
大していないとかじゃなくてですね。私の思い出くらいはリラックスしてほしいななんて。外面とか体裁とかそういうのを考えずに。
Arla cuts herself off for a second to choose her words. Then she takes a short breath.
私と一緒にいると安心する。そう思ってもらえたら嬉しいです。
Then can you get off me then? This isn't really relaxing for me. So she says, beaming, Arla, her words reverberate throughout my heart. I don't have to fuss over seeming cool or mature, huh? Alright, just do it, Ren. Just go.
どうしたんですか急に。
Yeah, I kinda knew that this pose was probably gonna lead to an 8 scene anyway. Like, it's the perfect pose for you to put your dick inside of a girl. Whatever. I'm so tired of voicing Ren right now, though.
変なレンさんですね。でも、そう言ってもらえて嬉しいです。
I think sometimes you guys hear when I, drink my Chinese medicine there. Arla relaxes her body and lets me continue holding her. Arla's hair is barely brushing against my nose, so I bury my face in it for a moment. The smell of her shampoo. Girls always seem to smell so nice. I don't think so, Ren. Girls actually don't wash their hair or shampoo their hair every single day. That's what I know from having multiple nieces.
レン
It's actually a pain to dry their hair, you know. You're kinda creepy, Ren. What the fuck?
さん。レンさん。
Ah, so soothing.
別に私そんなにいい匂いじゃないですよ。別に香水だってつけてないですし、そのままです。
Please don't wear perfume. Those things are disgusting. Meaning, the scent is 100% pure, unfiltered fragrance of Arla. I could get addicted to this. Over and over, I drink it in. I feel my chest filling with Arla.
少し申し上げにくいことが。
Do you not like this? If so, I have no choice but to cut my Arla Roma therapy session short.
そうじゃなくてですね。
Alright, just fuck, guys.
この体勢ってよく考えたらちょっとエッチですよね。
You chose this, Arla. Ah. Arla started fidgeting almost purposefully. I'm immediately conscious of our nether regions. And right now, hers and mine are perfectly aligned to get down to business. You're turned on, aren't you?
いえ、いつものじゃないんですよ。ただ、やっぱり心が通じ合った人と一緒にいて、こんな風にレイさんに抱かれていると、私としても。
Arla's voice trails off, too shy to finish the sentence. She hesitates for a moment until resolve returns to her and she opens her mouth.
女の子にだって性欲はありますから。
So do guys, and we relieve ourselves. Yeah, I know. Ruri and my sister already made that clear to me long ago. They have it on full blast all the time, though.
だからですね。私が言いたいのは。
You want to have sex? People, I don't know if, I don't know how I feel about those. I don't know. When people are like shy like that when they talk.
そんなはっきり言わないでくださいよ。
I kind of feel like I don't particularly like that sort of person who's like easily embarrassed. She harumphs and pouts, but that only puts a smile on my face. How could I resist? Ugh, just kill me, Ren.
勉強に集中できません。
Just get off me then. Really now. So it's getting in the way of her studies, is it? That mischievous impulse from before sparks back to life.
それにもっとレンさんとの絆を深めたいんです。
Mm-hmm. I feel the same way.
本当ですか？
I mean, to be blunt, I am a guy. Of course I'd want to do it with you.
そうはっきり言われると恥ずかしいですね。
But hey, Arla. I deliberately shift my hips. If she realizes I'm already willing to get it on, it won't be as fun. You came here to study, didn't you? So you have to keep going.
でも。
Call this a test of concentration. I'll be watching to make sure you keep working.
そのエッチしてくれないんですか？
Well, if you can finish this section, then you'll get a reward.
お預けですか？
Ah, this game and their 8 scenes. It kills me a little to see Arla act so disappointed, but I have to endure. I want to see her get more and more turned on.
じゃあ勉強頑張りますね。
Arla picks up her pencil again. Right as she sits back to work, I reach up toward her chest. Then I give them a good squeeze. They're not huge, but they're the perfect shape to fit comfortably in my palm.
レンさ
What's up? Found another heart problem?
ん。いえ、そうじゃなくて、胸に手が。
Can you show the nipples or whatever so that I can stop voice acting this, please? Focus, focus!
でもですね、すごく気になるんですけど。
If you really concentrate, then nothing should be able to tear your attention away from your work.
難しいです。
If you can't finish your work, we can't get it on. We can't get it on, can we?
もっと難しい言葉です。
Arla stiffens up and turns back to the paper. She's taken my word for it. If she doesn't finish, no sexy times. I watch for her reaction as I draw my fingertips slowly across her skin. I'm gonna stop voice acting Ren, bro. I'm so tired of this guy.
習った通りの方程式でと言って
Can you guys change the CG so I can plug Patreon, please?
あれ違うみたい。ちょっとですから待っていてくださいね、レンさん。
Yeah, you guys probably hear whenever I put my like a cup down.
次の問題はあれ、さっきと似てるけど違う。
She's not wearing a bra? I guess she's wearing bandages as bras. Okay, so she's not even wearing underwear. Alright. I guess she was wearing bandages before this, so I guess she didn't wear anything and then boom, boom, boom. Just put a dress over her. And that was it. But yeah, patreon.com, Azaikyousuke. Don't worry, guys. As I said, these 8 scenes are only if you guys want to fap. They don't have any story value other than the fap. This is just like basically the 8 scenes you'd see on a typical like VN. They're just put there to make you fap. And I don't think the like kinky stuff in this game is that bad too, so I think most people can actually fap to the good art of this game, for the most part. But yeah, enjoy, people on Patreon, people on YouTube. I'll see you guys after this. I'm gonna be making some more Lohan Ko. Hello, and I am back. So I was back and the auto was actually going through like a lot of scenes that I'm like, holy shit, it's not still at the 8 scene? Because I was making some meal prep downstairs. So I left for about 40 minutes or something and I'm like, oh shit, there's no way that there's no way that the 8 scene was done, but when I came back, holy crap, it's actually done. So when I was going through it again, as you can see, the text is actually yellow there because this is an already seen text. Since the auto was going a lot further than this, the audio is actually like all the way over here, which is pretty interesting because this is actually the most amount of 8 scenes a girl has, just by the amount of 8 scenes they have. I don't know why Arla has the most out of anyone. Maybe it's because the developers like her more than anyone else. Could be. But yeah, we're back. It was pretty... I don't know, looking back at it, it was just an alright scene. The CG doesn't really change other than the fact that we got an X-ray version of, you know, Arla's pussy and our dick going inside of it. So, overall, not too hot. Just in terms of CG, I don't know what the hell they were talking about, so I'm not judging the context at all. But the scenes leading up to the, like, 8 scene was just pretty, it's pretty meh to me. Ara meals contently and curls up against me like a satisfied cat. We both tired ourselves out from the sex, and now we're simply lying peacefully on my bed. But yeah, I guess we also kind of got spoiled about the next 8 scene, which is gonna be like a love hotel or whatever here. Just by judging by the name of the like save data there. Fun, exciting, first time hotel. That's probably gonna be the end of the route along with the last 8 scene. She's been like this for a while now. You know what? You're the kind of girl who could make me forget how to behave, you know that? And I don't think that's a good thing. That's right. It's nice to spend time just sitting in one spot spoiling each other. Is it though? I don't even have to think much in these moments. Heck, I don't even want to get up and do anything right now. Is that really a good thing though? Not wanting to do anything? This is how afterglow usually works, I'm sure.
大丈夫ですよ。こう見えても男性は立てるタイプです。女性は王を立てるのです。
What? A king?
そうですよ。あ、言ってませんでしたっけ？
Tell me what?
私の一族はファラオの家系ってお話はしましたよね。
Yeah, you said you live around the pyramids, right?
ですです。それでですね。もしですよ。レオ兄さんが一人娘の私と結婚したら、その家系を継ぐことになります。つまり、魔族の中のファラオ系列の王になるんです。
Oh, sorry about that. She wasn't done. Oh. Hold up. Wait, are you serious right now?
びっくりしました。やっ
I'm the one in shock right now.
ぱり言ってませんでしたか。
It's certainly the first time I've heard it.
サイさんはたくさん来るので心配しないでくださいね。
Oh, I fully intend to work and be a functional adult. You don't have to worry about that. The problem is that we don't have the same thing in mind.
ごめんなさい。そうですよね。婿入りとなると、やっぱり相手の家のことが。
That's not what I mean. Am I just paranoid? Was this just a matter of course after becoming Arla's boyfriend? Are all my classmates going to start bullying me and acting like I'm a pompous king to be? They don't know that she's a pharaoh. The fuck are you talking about?
一緒にいると本当に安心します。
She doesn't know that. They don't even know that she's a mummy girl or whatever she's supposed to be. Okay, but it only makes my heart beat faster.
そう言ってもらえると嬉しいです。
Once again, not quite my point. Nervousness over what she just told me is what gets my heart beating faster right now.
このままじゃ私、レンさんに溺れそうです。
Whatever, Ren.
そうなったら大変ですね。
Oh?
私は土左衛門になっちゃいますので、どちらかが助けられませんと一緒に水難事故です。
Am I not just gonna float if I have you? But I guess you are not gonna float if I drown myself, because it's going to be like, you know, if I attach a weight onto something that's floating. Arlen. My muscles are relaxed at once and my head falls limply to the side. She's right. One of us has to keep it together, and it might as well be me. This has been the unspoken rule ever since I promised to help Arla learn to swim. It was compounded when I promised to help her overcome her body's condition. And it happened again when we promised to be together. I must never forget that. Don't worry, I'll still save you if you drown in me.
はい。レンさん。
Arla's eyes fluttered back open and gazed directly into mine. Such gentle eyes. Yet behind that gentleness hides remarkable strength of conviction. Does it?
明日、私とデートしてほしいんです。いいですか？
Of course, I was actually thinking the same thing.
では、お願いします。
As am I. How could I not look forward to a date with you, really? So far, our dates have always ended with us entwined like this. I feel like we're in some kind of romance drama or manga. No, romance manga actually doesn't have any 8 scenes. We could spend a whole day tomorrow walking hand in hand. That'd be nice. I pause for a moment to imagine it. My heart dances around a little in glee.
それでは、少し疲れちゃったので、寝ますね。おやすみなさい。
And with that, the little sighs of slumber take over. Good night, Arlen. The sun hasn't even started to set yet, but it's okay to take a nap at this hour if you just had sex, right? I can't say we've let our day go to waste if we spend it together after all. I place my hand on Arla's head and run my fingers through her silky hair. I take another moment to reflect on how I feel. I mean, she can go to bed, but you can still do something else random. Until finally, sleep comes to carry me away. On a side note, we ended up dozing through the whole afternoon and evening, until we woke up to see Tama-chan peering in.
たるんで上がりますね。
She said that and left. She had dark, unmistakable bags under her eyes from playing her MMOs non-stop. I had nothing to say in response. Ugh, I'm melting out here. I wiped the sweat from my brow. Ever since summer break started, the days have been getting hotter and hotter. They said on the news that we've set multiple heat records this year. Today is no different. The sun has been beating down on us with murderous intensity. I'm currently waiting for Arla in the shade of a tree, stewing in my sweat. We were planning to go out on a date today, so my nerves aren't doing me any favors either. In fact, I'm so tense that I actually got here an hour earlier than I had to. I'm such an idiot. Actually, why didn't I just wait an hour to leave the dorm with her? Maybe the combination of heat and Arla's sickness got to my brain.
お待たせしました。
It's not that I mind girls having the same, outfits, by the way, guys. I just feel like when it comes to a game like this, I feel like the developers or the artist is lazy in not making a new sprite for a new outfit. I personally don't mind whether or not we go out using the same outfit like at all. Heck, I'm using mostly something that's above my wardrobe, as I said. Nah, I only just got here myself. No worries.
嘘ですね。汗が浮いてますよ、レンさん。
Ah, of course that would give me away. Arla smoothly procures a handkerchief and dabs away my sweat.
せっかくかっこいいのに。台無しですよ。
Sorry, and thanks.
どれくらい前から待ってたんですか？
Well, to be honest, it's been about an hour.
そんなにですか？
Why not just go to a cafe or something? Why are you standing around for an hour? That's stupid.
ごめんなさい。もっと早く来ればよかったです。
No, this was entirely my fault, not yours. And besides, you're here earlier than we agreed, too.
二人で早く来ちゃったら待ち合わせ時間の意味がないですね。
Exactly. I don't get these scenes, dude. I get that it's supposed to be like youthful, like, you know, childish dates, right? They're supposed to be awkward and stuff, but they're kind of lost on me. I'm too old for this, guys. Her giggle elicits a genuine laugh from me. I'm sure any onlookers would think we're just a pair of dumb teenagers in love. But who cares? We're happy like this. Yeah, sure. I don't mind if you're happy with this, but I definitely wouldn't be happy doing shit like this.
それでは行きましょうか。
Is there anywhere specific you want to go first?
特には考えてないんですけど、きっと二人だとどこでも楽しいですよ。
Arla, that smile is just so blinding. And I don't mean that figuratively. I reflexively squint, dazzled. My mental image of Arla has always been of a meek, modest girl. A little timid to be sure, shy but earnest, yet also a bit goofy at times. Now here she is, beaming brighter than I would have imagined before. It's like she could win a beauty contest versus the sun. Yeah, talk about it. Talk about exaggeration. I'm rather proud that I'm the one she directs this expression to. I can't get enough of it. Then let's pick a direction and see what we'll find.
はい、レンさん。の前に。
Just as we set off, Arla stops in her tracks. Hmm?
手を
I'm sweaty, you know.
つないでもいいですか？
She blushes furiously as she pushes the words out. She seems uneasy about asking. Aha, now I remember. Ever since that moment when we held hands on our first date, we haven't done it even once. I didn't really pay attention to that fact. I knew Arla had trouble keeping herself under control when we touched, so I just didn't press the topic. I knew she was doing her best to cope. But clearly, Arla had a problem with not being able to do that. There we go. Now we're not in, like, auto text mode territory. That was probably the last time that I had to save during that text mode auto thing. She's definitely the type of girl to worry about it. That's why the expression on her face is half anxious, half determined. I don't know if we would be able to pull it off today. But if not, next time for sure we'll do it. That's the message I get from her tone. Of course, here, all yours.
ありがとうございます。
It's gonna be so disgusting because I'm all sweaty. I reach out to offer my hand. That's all I need to do. I'm sure Arla can do it now. She's always so close to getting it. I've seen her pushing herself all this time. Come on, Arla, just a bit closer. Got this. And there we go.
見てください、レンさん。
You already sat on my lap, and it didn't even bother you. It bothered me because I probably got the boner first.
手をつなげました。
This isn't even a big thing after what we just did. Yeah, you did it, Arla.
やりました。ギューって恋人みたいに、そうですよね。やだやだ、嬉しいな。こんな簡単にできるなんて思いませんでした。やだ。
Arla bounces around in glee, still gripping my hand. The shock from her jumping up and down kind of hurts my wrists. But look at her go. It's okay because it just goes to show how much she loves me. Dull wrist pain or not, I'm pleased.
ごめんなさい。興奮しすぎましたね。
Oh, I'm just as happy as you are. Now you and I can go on dates hand in hand, no problem.
そう言ってもらえると私も嬉しいです。
Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's get going for real.
はい、レンさん。
And so, we sally forth in the direction of the shopping district. The heat of the summer air in our bodies drenches our hands with sweat. But that just adds to the feeling of how real this contact is. More like a more disgusting feeling. So I'm totally fine with it. What's up? We've been ambling around without much of a destination in mind until now, but Arla just stopped in front of one of the shop windows. Her eyes are wide, focused on the front display of a Western-style fashion boutique. The tall, slender mannequin in the window sports a one-piece that I can only assume is currently in style. I vaguely remember seeing an article about that in one of the magazines Riri and Emmy read. The only emotion I see in Arla's face right now is something akin to longing. Something nice catch your eye?
いいものと言いますか。レンさん、これを見てどう思いますか？
What, a one piece? It's pretty big, I guess? Oh, sorry about that.
確かにこのマネキンは大きいとは思いますが。
Never mind. Forget I said that.
は
Sorry. That joke went over your head, Arla. I guess he's talking about the breasts of the mannequin. I should give the serious answer she was expecting. It's a really mature look, I think.
そうですね。私もそう思います。
What is a mature look? Is like an office lady look mature to you guys? Because to me, what you wear doesn't necessarily seem to, portray how you are as a person. It seems to be designed for women in their early to mid-20s. The torso is shaped to accentuate the breasts, and the colors are coordinated to draw attention to that fact. Yup, it's definitely eye-catching.
こういうの着れたらいいななんて。でも私には似合わないですよね。
Arla looks down dejectedly at her own body. Flat. As if tapping on her chest would sound like a baking sheet. Still, I have to think of a proper response to that. I mean, I can't say I don't like it either way myself.
やっぱりレイさんはこういうのが似合う人が好きですよね。
I can feel Arla's heart sinking in her tone. No, I mean, women who can wear stuff like that have their charm, sure. But don't think for a minute that I prefer that over all else. Above all else, my preference is whatever, Ren. This is really making me nauseous. Casual clothes, bandages, naked, whatever. What I'm saying is, whatever you do or don't wear, I like the way you look the most. Bandages, shisho, bikini, anything. What about some obscure clothes that are really bad looking? You know, flashy clothes, grandma clothes. You're gonna think she looks good in those too. I still probably wouldn't mind. But the average person actually wouldn't like seeing their significant other in something outrageous. I realize this is a super cliche thing to say, but I love you no matter what you wear, Arlen. Though I'll say I'm glad you would care so much about what I like. I want to see you wearing what you want to wear. I have a pretty good idea of what Arla must have been thinking. She wants to fit what I want and was wondering if this ultra-mature look was what I favored. So naturally, her mind switched to, what if this appearance isn't what he likes? Or something along those lines. She may have been asking about the dress, but the point of her question was actually, do I suit your tastes? I don't really care too much about girls that, can't be honest about just asking that question instead. I just phrased my response to answer her original question and that hidden one at the same time. Or so I intended. Embarrassing as it is to admit. I just don't want to make my girlfriend feel insecure. Was that an attempt at beatboxing just now? Arla vehemently tries to backpedal. Her whole body wobbles as she waves her head, torso and hands side to side. Oops, now she's pouting. She purses her lips and looks indignantly into my eyes. I don't think I've ever seen her make that face before we moved into the dorm. Okay, I'll stop. Sorry. I nod apologetically and stroke Arla's head with my hand. For an instant, her miffed expression softens into bliss. Oh ho, now she's mad. You've been showing me a whole bunch of different faces today, Arla. Okay then, where should we go, Typo? Go next. And now she bears a more frustrated look. There has to be more faces to see where that came from. This won't be much of a date if I don't get to see her emote as much as possible. Sometimes you actually don't want to see, emotions that people, I get what Ren is saying here. The fact that, he gets to see Arla's embarrassed face, matte face, blah, 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 right? And those are like emotions that you don't usually see other people use. But I feel like, I don't know, can't you just be happy seeing them as they are? You don't really need to make them embarrassed. You don't really need to make them mad. You don't really need to make them feel a certain way. In my opinion, anyway. Because I feel like if someone actually purposefully makes me mad, then how am I going to enjoy that sort of relationship? After we move on, Arla and I leisurely stroll among the crowd of the market streets, browsing the storefronts. For example... Sorry about that. Yup, the famous God Killer spicy hot dog. Wanna give it a try? I don't recommend it myself, but I won't stop you.
怖いですけど、物は試しですよね。
Not necessarily. You're gonna say you wanna try drugs? I don't.
いただきます。
Arlo opens her mouth and takes an adorable little bite.
あれそんなに辛くな。
Yes, that spiciness is the type with a short delay before the inferno comes knocking. I bought a cold drink ahead of time so she could have some relief if she just came my way. But she collapses before she can even run to my side. Ugh, Arla?
目の前が赤いずれる。
Water, here, drink this. Whatever, Ren. That was a thing that happened.
こんなところがあるなんて知りませんでした。
I don't think we actually used any sort of sex toys with Arla, true. The only weird sex thing was using that carrot. Arla? Why would a sex shop be part of your date plan?
いつもエミちゃんがどこからエッチなものを仕入れてるか知りたくて。
No doubt Amy is a regular patron here. What would she buy here? She uses a dildo? We didn't see that in her route. She and I are going to have a word later. Not to scold her, but to praise her for teaching Arla what she knew how to do earlier.
というか、
Arla suddenly turns to stare me down.
で、ここをスムーズに案内できたんですか？姉さんも買ってるんですか？
I don't know.
ゴメちゃんが快楽天というエッチな本を持ってましたけど、もしかして。
We bought like naughty books in a sex shop? You can buy that in a lot of stores though in Japan. At least doujins. Shit, she knows. I don't know if they're actually talking about actual Japanese adult stuff. Like actual real life porn stuff. I'm already starting to sweat. The pressure is unreal right now.
まあ、いいですけど。
Arla steps back and sighs with apparent exasperation.
男の人ですし、いろいろあるのは私だってわかります。
Seriously? You're accepting that?
ええ。
Thank the gods. I'm so glad I have such an understanding girlfriend.
し。
Arlo, personal space?
今後はやめてくださいね。
What, it's just like sex books? Excuse me?
恋人の部屋にエッチな本があるって地味にショックなんですよ。
Why? That's normal. Ugh. I can't even bring myself to tell her that I need it.
それに私がいるじゃないですか。
Yeah.
他の女の人に欲情しないで、そういう時は言ってくださいね。
It's so creepy. You're not my wife.
いつも協力してもらってる分、私が頑張ります。
And when I'm horny, it's not like I always want to love someone. I just want to fap and get rid of my dark desires, you know? You want to be like you want to be the like target of my dark desires? It's messed up. Thanks. I personally don't want to subject my wife to my dark desires because if so, then there'd be a lot of weird kinky play that we just can't do in real life because sometimes some of the weird shit that I see in doujins and like visual novels are crazy, man. Arla's face flashes red again as she dashes outside in embarrassment. She definitely thinks she should have held off on saying quite so much. Still, that was delightfully forward of her. I haven't felt this excited about it before, not even in an adult shop.
冷たい。姉さん、気持ちいいですよ。
How long is this date? Just try not to trip on the waves. Arla frolics in the shallow waves of the water's edge. I grin at the sight. She used to be terrified of touching the water, but now she seems to be perfectly fine. My Arla is really matured in the time that I've known her. She's tackled her problems head on. Ugh. Calling someone my is really disturbing to me. She's not an item, Ren. From her aversion to swimming to her inability to touch me. Whatever she sets out to do, she takes it so seriously. It's obvious why I came to love her so. I can't help but admire that go-getter attitude of hers. Arla steps out of the waves and trots over to me. I've grown used to seeing her move around like this. Oh, nothing. Just marveling at how energetic you are. When you laugh, when you get angry, when you're sad or troubled, all the time. And that spirit of always wanting to help others. No, she doesn't have that. The fuck are you talking about? She doesn't have the spirit of always helping others. No, she doesn't. You're kidding. Arla smells bashfully blushing again. With slow steps, she approaches me until her chest is pressed against mine. Arla, I feel her words squeeze my heart. It hurts, but I feel no pain. A bitter delight. The feeling is too complex, too new for me to express in words. And so, I choose to convey it through a firm embrace instead. You probably do. Not at all. You smell nice, actually. I like your scent, Arla. The tension eventually leaves Arla's body. Faintly, I feel her heartbeat quicken through her clothes. I bet you can feel the same for my arms wrapped around her torso. Huh? Probably. Ah. It occurs to me that we're literally just standing here, hugging, on the shore in public. I'm sure that before I had a girlfriend, I would have thought the same if I was an onlooker. That doesn't bother me. We actually are a couple, so what's the problem? Neither of us say a word after that. We just stand there in each other's arms for a few minutes. Alright, go to that love hotel and have sex, guys. Once done at the beach, we walked to the main road. We actually went to a lot of places in a single day for a date. There, we find a bench and relax on it, shooting the breeze with various unimportant topics. Things that happen at school, at the dorm, among our families. The conversation rambles on and on. We have nothing else we felt like doing, and it's plenty fun besides. It serves as a chance for me to get to know Arla a little better. Seriously. The roof? And she didn't get hurt? Fine or not, that's still kind of extreme. I suspect she's fine because she's a demon, not just because she's cat-like. I would have been so bored if we talked about nothing in particular. There's supposed to be a good topic for us to discuss. Wait, no, that's the wrong thing to fuss over. I feel like I'm the type of person, if there's nothing to discuss, I'd rather just stay silent and enjoy the atmosphere with my girlfriend. How on earth is our gym teacher that strong? Are they a demon too? I'd actually get sick if like someone actually talks my ear off. Arla's gaze turns toward the orange glow of the setting sun. Then, on some random cue, she drops her eyes to the ground. Guess so. As she says, it's getting late. It's time we headed home to the dorm. We don't have a curfew, of course, but we're still students. Staying out late isn't exactly healthy behavior for us.
ないです。
Hmm?
帰りたくないです。
Arlen,
もっとレンさんと一緒にいたい。二人でデートしたいです。
I mean, we can go to another date on a later, time. Should I tell her? Should I say that I feel the same way? Should I tell her I want to skip going home for now? If I do, then that's what will happen. I get to spend more time with Arlen. You guys are living in the same dorm. It's not like you guys can't see each other like every single day. Just go outside, go to the living room, and you can share a living space. This makes a lot more sense if you guys don't really see each other all that often, but come on, you guys see each other every single day. But is indulging my own selfish whims the right thing to do? Is dragging her along with my own desires really what I should be doing? I mean, she said the same thing, so what's wrong if you guys share the same idea? Even if she says that's what she wants, my duty as her senior, and her boyfriend, is to be as responsible as I possibly can.
私、レンお兄さんの考えてること、わかります。
Why are we suddenly thinking this way? This is so weird. We never thought about this before. We just had sex with her. Like, without thinking about whether or not, we're gonna take responsibility or some shit.
悪い子になっちゃうって心配してるんですよね。
Pretty much.
なら、こうしましょう。
This is so weird. Ren never thought about this before. Arle jumps off of the bench.
気がついたら公園の木の上で包帯にくるまれて寝てました。
Huh?
よくやるんで大丈夫ですよ。
What?
大丈夫大丈夫。私、レンさんが思っているよりは良い子じゃないですから。
No, I kinda know. You were manipulative. You're actually using your natural cuteness thing that Ren says to actually manipulate us. She pokes out her tongue playfully. I didn't know she could pull off the mischievous look. How about that? Not a good girl, huh? Maybe she's right. She's a good girl to me, but not a saint. There are plenty of times when she wants to prioritize her own wants and needs. Maybe I was being presumptuous. I may have unfairly painted her as innocent in my mind. I wasn't letting myself see that there's more to her than that one aspect. Okay, I mean, I already saw her. I clearly did not say that she was innocent at all. Then why don't you show me what an evening with Batgirl Arle is like?
それ本心ですか？
Arle giggles, a hint of mischievous still in her tone. A hint of mischief, there you go. She sees right through me. I raise my hands in surrender. I feel the same way you do. I want our date to continue too.
はい、喜んで。
Arlo hops over and wraps an arm around my elbow.
レンさん、実は私、気になってるところがあるんです。
You too? I mean, yeah, I kind of had a place in mind too. The place we refer to is a building hidden away, one we pass on our route here. It caught our eye as we walked past that area before, so I know we're talking about the same place. Let's go then.
レンさん、
I mean, I probably wouldn't mind going to a love hotel with my girlfriend or, like, my wife, if we get the chance, just to see what the hell is actually in one. I don't care about doing it in a love hotel, but I'm curious about how it feels. Now here's something we couldn't do before. Arms linked, walking side by side, with a specific destination in mind. After 10 minutes of strolling down the street, we arrive at our goal.
すごくドキドキします。
Don't Don't worry, there's nothing to be afraid of here. Ugh, my voice cracked there. I'm just as nervous as she is. But I have to say it's okay. That's my job. These hotels probably don't even give you, like, make you show your ID, do they? We're standing in front of what one might consider the holy land of adults. This time, it's our turn to enter here. Holy land of adults. What a farce. Yeah, we don't want anyone recognizing us out here after all. Alright, in we go. Of course. Do you mind? They probably don't have a sprite or a background of the Love Hotel. That's why it's giving us a black screen right now. Ah, okay, sure. Then treat me well? I see a devilish glint of anticipation in Arla's eyes. A chill runs down my spine, but down below, I feel my body already heating up. She didn't even say our first time like at all. Arms still linked with mine, Arla leads me under the neon glow of the signs and into the hotel. I heard these hotels are actually pretty cheap too. So I don't know if they're going to be very good. Okay, we're inside of the bath. And she's giving us something. Is this gonna be like lotion play or whatever? Are we even inside of the bath? It looks like a bath to me, but I don't know. But yeah, patreon.com/Azaikyousuke. See you guys on YouTube. People on Patreon, enjoy. I am going to be enjoying my Lohan Ko here. And we're back. That was a long 8 scene. Sadly, I wasn't watching any anime right now. But I was watching like a YouTube video about... I don't know if you guys watch Sunny from Best Ever Food Review Show. But yeah, I was watching a second channel about eating a horse penis. It was pretty interesting. That really makes me not want to eat food. Which is a good thing since I'm still sick, right? Well, a tiny bit sick left. But I do still, it still hurts when I swallow a tiny bit. So we'll be away from here for a while, huh? That's why I've mostly just been drinking my food. So like, drinking my protein shake, eating porridge, eating soup. Yeah, anything that's like fried or have weird texture, I just can't do it. It really hurts. A few days have passed since that date. But yeah, it was a pretty lengthy 8 scene, probably about 50 minutes or something. It was the last 8 scene, of course, because there was animation at the end. Arla and I are going to use most of our summer vacation for a long trip. To be specific, I'm going with Arla to visit her hometown. I'll be traveling to the demon side of Egypt to greet her parents for the first time. We'll be absent from the dorm for about 2 weeks. As reluctant as I was to move here, I find myself swallowing a bit of sadness at having to leave it. 2 whole weeks. Feels so long and yet so short. Sorry, I had to cough there. Well, I wouldn't mind staying there until the break ends either, really. I want to show my parents how much I've grown since I came here. Those are the words Arlie used. To translate, she most likely means she wants to show them she can wear clothes normally now. The fact that she wants to show them this is so cute. I had to say yes. Ugh, you're still killing me, Ren.
付き合わせちゃってごめんなさい。
Am I not your boyfriend? Why would I mind that? That's why I want to take this chance to meet your parents myself.
そういうレンさんだから大好きです。
Arla giggles and blushes, and I pat her head. She really has improved. She can handle head contact no problem. Give me a sec while I actually put in my filters for my noise gate for OBS. Seems without the noise gate, it does pick up a lot more background noise that I don't think you guys should hear, like my cup being put down on the table, and when I kind of like almost cough.
それじゃあ行きましょうか。
Okay, sure. Actually, before that,
はい、何でしょうか。
I asked Arla to wait while I rummage through my bag. I have something I've been meaning to give her. Arla, hold out your hand.
はい。
If this is a ring, you've gotta be sure to actually ask what her ring size is or her finger size is. Puzzled, Arla tilts her head inquisitively until I pull out a little box. I open the box, take out what's inside, and slip it into Arla's outstretched finger.
これ
Arla... Typo? Arla's eye... oh, no. It's not actually a typo. Arla eyes her finger in surprise. I wanted to give this to you for a while now, but I never really had a good chance until now. I scratched my cheek shyly. Congrats on outgrowing what you admitted to the dorms, Arla. What got you admitted? And I guess, thank you for coming to love me as you do.
ありがとうございます。レンさん。私。
Hey now, no need to cry. I want to see her smiling, not crying. That being said, I wipe the tears from her face all the same. And I think of how heartwarming it is to do this as I give her head a good rub. I know Arla is the kind of girl who finds happiness in receiving my love. It's just who she is. I love her that much more for it.
だってですよ、レンさん。私、後悔してたんです。
But what? Bitter? How?
はい。あの時、私、恥ずかしくて、せっかく買ってもらったのに受け取れなくて。自分の敏感肌をあれほど恨んだことはなかったです。
I should apologize too. I should have realized that it was bothering you so much. It kills me that I made such a sweet girl worry so much over it. I wish I'd known that she would constantly keep the feeling deep in her heart.
でも、こうして受け取ることができました。
This whole sensitive stuff is really so weird, guys. I really don't think it's a good part of the story. Not to say that this story was all that good. I would say it's average. It's not bad per se too. About the whole Kohai liking a senpai thing.
これも全部、レンさんのおかげです。
You and I both know that's not true. Indeed, I know there's more to it than that. As much as I know Arla Arisugawa actually didn't even remember her last name. You never give anything else less than your very best in anything you try to accomplish. She wakes up earlier than everyone each morning to take care of the animals. You don't know the meaning of slacking off. She takes every chance she gets to practice swimming. That's what you mean by slacking off? You're extremely kind. In everything else she does, she's thinking of what's best for me. I've never met a more straightforward, proactive girl in my life. I'm sure of this. I've known this for years, but I only became fully conscious of these facts recently. My heart has been permanently marked by Arla's influence.
そんなことないです。私はいつだって一人では何もできません。それを支えてくれる人がいるからこそ頑張れるんです。
No, you don't need someone to actually work your best.
レンさん、あなたがいるから。
You don't need me to do your best. Arlen, here's the point. Arlen and I are two in one, as it were. So there's just one promise we have to make to each other. I want to stay with you forever, Arlen. I never want to leave your side again. I make my case as direct as possible. A full-fledged beaming smile blooms across Arla's face. It's so wonderful, so bright, that I'm almost blinded. As beautiful and precious as the rarest flower to me. I wouldn't give this sight up for the world. This is gonna be a bit weird, guys, but I'm gonna save my game.
セーブする？セーブしちゃうの？
Because I know my game's gonna crash after this. Because it always crashes after like a movie starts playing from the game. I love that face. What is it? And now, a sudden change. Arla's expression turns hesitant, as if she isn't sure what to do next. An unusual mixture of emotions.
なんか、あれですね。
Yeah? Proposal, I guess? I know what?
指輪を受け取って一緒にいてくれって。まるでプロポーズみたいです。
Oh. Putting it that way, she's right. Yeah, that's exactly what this looks like. Ugh, how did that not occur to me? Because you're retarded, Ren. I should have gone all out if I was going to present it with that tone. Why didn't I pick a better place and time?
いいんですよね。そういう風に受け取って。
Well, what's done is done. Or said, rather. Actual proposal or not, the result in the future is more or less the same. Well, whatever. I don't really mind. I nod in agreement.
浮気しませんよね。あれだけ私の中に注いでくれたんですから。そういうことですよね。
If you're really worried about that, you can just sign me up with those bandages to keep me from going anywhere.
こういうの既成事実ってレミちゃんが言ってました。
What does that mean? What, does she not trust me to stay true unless you held that over my head? I've only ever had eyes for you. What the bullshit? You remember the comment route, guys, about how we're eyeing Miyabi-senpai? Damn you, Emmy. That girl really needs to stop teaching Arla to behave the same way that she does. Every other thing she tells Arla shakes up Arla's faith in me.
おーい、お兄ちゃん。もとい、エジプト逆玉王。
Enough out of you. I didn't fall in love with Arla for her family's money. Stop planting ideas like that into Arla's head. I mean, there are other things I'm glad you taught her, but come on. What those other things are is rather obvious. Yeah, they were talking about this at the last H scene about how what she did was because Emmy taught her from this book that she read, blah blah blah. But I'm sure Emmy doesn't hear what I'm saying anyway. Or she's just ignoring me. It's equally likely.
私の親友をよろしくね。
Oh, look at that smile. I see a hint of embarrassment in there. Her face just barely tilted to the side as she says that. Rest assured, she's in good hands. What other response can I give but a frank answer? Arla laughs uncertainly as she listens to the whole exchange. Though I can still see the loving smile peeking through in the corner of her mouth. Arla, I look forward to the future. The one I get to spend with you. I couldn't possibly make my intentions clearer. She knows that this is something I want to stake my life on. Or rather, our lives on.
はい。よろしくお願いします、レンさん。
The ring glints brightly. A ray of sunlight is kissing the finger of her outstretched hand. It's surely a sign of blessing on her new proof of what binds us together. Yup, it's the end. I really wish that this game was more comedy than actual romance. I feel like I would have rated it a bit more highly if this game never tried to be serious. Because This game is literally just like Princess X. It tried to be serious, but at the end of the day, they're trying to just market the H scene, the romance, and the whole, you know, sweeping everything under the rug thing. And as someone who's really into story like me, I can't do it. If this was just like full-on comedy, I'd probably enjoy it a lot more, yeah. The romance being somewhat serious, the main character actually being, you know, like this. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I was also watching Konosuba while I was sick, right? And I actually just finished the last season yesterday. So I finished up season 3, and I did think that they went a bit more serious of a tone than I'd like, but it ended off in a more lightful tone again, right? So it was still pretty nice. This one, it went like serious a bit too long, and it always wants to be serious at the end. And I gotta censor that at the end there. God damn you, Arla. What are you doing? Stop showing off your breasts. Yep. Kinda knew that was gonna break my game. So give me like 1 second while I fix this, guys. And I'm back. Here we go. I probably gotta censor the mummy thing too on the top left there. And she's just using bandages and it's a full-on CG. It is pretty risque. Okay. Let's just do the extras before we end this episode. Got 3 extras and then we're gonna call it an episode. Tryst in the infirmary, of course. Please cheating license Shigeru. I really thought that they were at least gonna show us the Egypt part, but they probably don't have the background for it. Huh? Arlo, wait. Just calm down for a second, okay? First, listen. You take a deep breath, and I'm going to count to 3. 3. Man, I kid you not, guys. If someone actually annoys me like this, I'd probably bop them on the head. Heck, if they actually annoy me to the point of, you know, my tolerance is gone, I would slap them in the face. Okay, we'll deal with this, but before that, you should get some clothes on. What is this, like, exaggerated thing she's doing? What the hell? It's okay. I'm not too fussed about it, and I'm sorry for not speaking in clear terms. Note to self, this is how Arla reacts to the idea of cheating on her. The waterworks are a given, but crying hard enough to involuntarily strip is actually something remarkable. Yet it hurts deep inside to see her do it. I'll do my best from now on to make sure I never make her cry like that again. Why did she say crap before? I actually don't know. So I came to ask about you. Ask you about it. Finally, we managed to get back to the point. The flea in question, which I happened to find hiding in my pubes. What? Ew. That little monster, by the way, is now permanently entombed between 2 bits of packing tape. A bit of research told me that trying to crush them is a bad idea. So sticky tape was the next alternative I came up with. I appreciate the offer, but I don't think it's necessary. It's worth noting now, by the way, that we're now living in the same room since we're engaged. Maybe I should get my own sarcophagus to sleep next to Arlen. But we usually sleep in each other's arms, so maybe the normal way is better. I do like the idea of sleeping with her and our kid between us.
でも本当に飲みだったとしたら
These guys are like 17 and this girl's like 16 and she's already thinking about getting a kid. You have no idea how the world works, Ren. You have no idea how the world fucking works. Do you think you're gonna have enough money for that? Are you gonna make your parents pay for your kid? She's the only possibility.
最近シャンプーとかしてませんでしたしね
Then again, Arla's rich though, so they probably don't care about that. But to be completely honest, I definitely don't feel comfortable just not providing for a kid, or you know, my own kid, and just leeching off of like my wife if she's like from a rich family. It's hard to do when she just howls bloody murder and runs off when she sees the shampoo. I mean, as I said though, I don't really live a life of luxury, so I really doubt that someone that I would choose is someone who's like that too, who's someone that grew up in a luxurious way of living.
犬だから仕方ないですね
I thought Pochi was a Cerberus.
あ、そうでしたケルベロスだから仕方ないですね
Same result, no matter the species, huh? Maybe the guardian of the gates to the underworld is lower in the totem pole than I thought.
飲みは確か犬ケルベロスの尻尾の付け根から背中のあたりとか内股のあたりや首筋喉元とかが巣になりやすいって聞くんですけど
Look, you can just say dog. We sit down on either side of the pooch and sift through her fur, searching for evidence of fleas.
飲みらしい飲みは見当たらないですけど
Yeah, I haven't seen any of them jumping around in Pochi or in the dorm.
でもゴメちゃんは毛すらないですし
Seems like the only possibility is Pochi, I guess. I mean, the like title also mentioned Shigeru, and she does have fur. Do you think Flea Killer shampoo would do the trick?
それも一時的な効果にしかならないのでやっぱり薬が一番なんですけどでも魔界の獣医さんを呼ぶとなるとちょっと時間かかっちゃいますよね
True.
それに飲みを放置するとポチが皮膚炎や貧血を起こしたりしちゃいますしできれば早く駆除してあげた方がいいんですけど
Hey, here's an idea. You like gonna get shaved? I'm hearing like a shaver there. Ugh, all done. All of Pochi's fur below the collar is gone. Not a hair remains.
よしよしかわいそうだけどこれで絶対に大丈夫だからね裸もすぐに慣れるし慣れたら逆に服とか着れなくなるから大丈夫だよ
I mean, I highly doubt that, dogs have the same sense of shame as us humans do. Like, I never really had a problem when I was bald when I was a kid. Well, not necessarily bald, but when I went to the salon, sometimes they would cut my hair a bit too short. And when I was like seeing myself in the mirror, I have no problems with that, right? But it's not until I go to school and people make fun of, like, my bald-shaped head that I start, like, being conscious of it. But, yeah. Only in your version of reality, Arla. I mean, nowadays, though, I don't care whether or not people actually make fun of me for it, too. Like, as a kid, it used to bother me, right? It used to bother me that I was different from everyone and they were, like, making fun of me. But I just choose to ignore whatever people say now. If it's like not actual criticism. Anyway, now we can rest easy about the flea threat.
そうですねポチの健康も守れましたし一件落着であれ
Hmm? You mean on the counter? What? All I see is Shigeru.
かゆい。飲みがかゆい。
So you were patient zero all along. Shigeru writes in discomfort. I didn't even know his species had skin fleas could. What? I didn't even know his species had skin fleas that could bite. What? I'm actually trying to make sense of this sentence, but it still doesn't make sense. Much less feel itchiness. Yeah, I think that could bite is probably what it's trying to say there. Super typo.
レンさん、しげるちゃんを股間にこすりつけて何をしてたんですか。習慣とか動物虐待ですよ。
Why are you so obsessed with accusing me of sexual deviance? Please jump all over the place. Don't you know that? If they didn't, how'd they get from place to place?
そうですよね。いろいろとおかしいですよね。しげるちゃんにも口はあるからとかレンさんが思うわけないですし。おなって言うんですか。そういうの。
If you're embarrassed of just saying it, Arlie, you don't have to force it. Oh, sorry. Double skip there.
任務で思い出すよ。
Oh no, Arla's been corrupted. But no matter how long I study Shigeru's appearance, I see no way that any sane human would bring their junk anywhere near his face. Not that I actually know much about Shigeru's anatomy, nor do I care to. Okay, well, now we have to shave Shigeru, don't we?
私も専門家じゃないのでわからないですけど、でもかゆがってるってことは皮膚っぽいものがあるんでしょうし、やっぱり炎症とか貧血とか起こしちゃうのかなって。
そらにそそり立つ黒金の白。
He doesn't seem to mind itchiness. But if we aren't careful with the clippers, we might end up shaving away his life along with the hair.
じゃあ眉カッターとかならどうです？
Oh, that's a good idea. Nice one, Arlen.
じゃあ私しげるちゃん持ってますね。
I can't figure out where his body actually begins, so I'll just have to go bit by bit until we're done.
せーっと。
In the end, we learned something. Kesara and Postura and bodies are, in fact, 100% hair. Our attempt to remove the fleece results in almost erasing Shigeru from existence. What part of him was actually itching? I was gonna say that. Oh, what the fuck? This keyboard, it actually makes me skip so many things. I hope that the backlog still says something there. I hope.
お兄ちゃんのために
God damn it.
何度でも同じセリフ言ってあげる。
Shut up, Amy. I don't know what the hell it ended off on, but my goodness. I don't know what's going on with my keyboard. Like a couple of weeks ago, it was like not doing its thing, and now it's like super sensitive. Once upon a time, on a day off from school, Arlan and I have been spending most of the day lazing about in her room.
レンさんって釣りをしたことありますか？
The question comes out of nowhere. Fishing? Like for actual fish?
そうです。その釣りです。私って裏エジプトの出身じゃないですか。だからその釣りってしたことがなくて。
Oh, that makes sense. I mean, couldn't you? I don't know if there's actually fish in the Nile. So Arla has never gone fishing. Well, that settles what our next plans are. Okay, why don't we go fishing today then? And why are you already in your bikini?
裸の方が良かったでしょうか。
I'm gonna slap your face, Arla. No, definitely not.
包帯の方が良かったでしょうか。
No, not those either. Well, whatever. This is fine. Arla's sweet-hued skin shines in the sunlight. It's accented all the more by the frilly bikini. Now I get what people mean when they say cuteness is just a... Whatever you say, Ren. Whatever you say, dude. Then let's get started. What I have here will be our bait. I show Arlo a box of bait for saltwater fish. What, worms? Arlo? What's wrong?
レンさん、これは何ですか？
Bugworms. They're a pretty common bug. They're a lot like earthworms, I guess. I see the worms start wriggling around. They're squirming all over each other. The way they move is pretty interesting, typo. In a word, I admit, these fall quite squarely in the gross category. Yeah, no other way to put it. I don't like worms too. They're kind of weird looking. And they're really slimy to boot. You pick one up and stick it on the hook like this.
こんなウニウニしてるもの、触れません。
I guess they're kind of a challenge for girls to deal with. I couldn't stand them at first either, but I eventually got used to them.
無理です。絶対無理です。
I mean, we could have used other bugs, but I guess girls don't really want to touch bugs either. Then I'll put them on the hook for you. Can you handle that? And besides, if you like animals, you'll have to get used to this kind of thing. What now?
そんなもの持ってこっち来ないでください。
It's already dead. I hooked it on the fishing line. This really freaks her out more than I expected. I make a point of getting on my knees and apologizing in front of the bedroom door later. It takes me almost 2 hours to coax her to come back out. It was really adorable to see her flee like that though. Okay, now that your nerves are intact again, let's give fishing another try.
シュビーンって遠くに飛ばすやつですよね。
That's right. It's the most basic of fishing skills. It's been years since I last did this, so I might mess up. But just watch me first. 1, 2, 3. What are you doing, Arla? What a cliche turn of events. Are you okay? Did the hook get you? Doesn't make sense. Damn you, anime!
大丈夫じゃないかもです。
You're making me do so much work for nothing, Arla.
せっかく脱ぎたい気持ちを抑制できてたのに。
Doesn't even make sense. She was wearing a bikini. It might get her top, but it might not get her bottom right. Unless she still has her bottom right now.
レンさんのせいで開放的な気分になっちゃいました。
Oh, that's what you meant. But at least she isn't hurt. That's what really matters. Fishing hook wounds can be a pretty ugly affair.
水着がないとやっぱり開放的でいいですね。
I've actually seen someone got hooked before too, and it was on the freaking neck. It was really bad, yeah.
どうせですから全部脱いじゃってもいいですか？
Okay, I guess she still has her bottom. Nope. Not that my objection makes a difference. Doesn't matter much to her. She's already peeled off her bottom anyway. Arla, you know stripping here is a bad idea.
大丈夫ですよ。今日は誰も寮にいませんから。
Yeah, I know that, but still. Nobody even swims through this area, it's true. So be it. No problems will arise from her fishing in the nude. As if I'd honestly think that. Of course there will be problems.
裸じゃダメですか？私裸が好きですから。どうしてもダメって言うならいますけど。
Yes, put it back on, please. Well, it's not absolutely out of the question. You're so garbage, Ren.
じゃあこのままで。
Arla smiles mischievously. I can't say no to my girlfriend when she puts on a face like that. I swallow my endless worry over Arla's appearance and refocus my attention on the goal of fishing. End my life, guys. End my life. Hurry up and finish off all these after stories. The Midsummer Sun spares no effort, beating down on us with full intensity. Losing brain cells every single line I have to speak. But the salty sea wind offers the cooling comfort we need to withstand the rays.
レイさん、
Hmm?
おしっこしてもいいですか？
If you pee on the beach, guess no one's gonna mind, but who cares? Sorry? Is it okay if I pee?
おしっこにちょっとお手洗いに行ってきてもいいですかってことです。
Oh, that's what you meant. Sure.
私、お手洗い行ってきます。その間、釣り竿を見ておいてください。
Got it. God, I'm so not into this. I think this route is actually the longest too, guys. I've been recording for, according to the OBS, it's been going for 3 hours 20 minutes. Sure, the 20 minutes there might be extra from the extra stuff that I let play from the autoplay. But even then, that's still 3 hours. And we're not even done with the last 8 scene yet.
ただいまです。で、あれ？
Hmm? What's up?
レイさんの釣り竿。
Have I caught something? No, it's your dick. I'm so tired of this.
違います。そっちの釣り竿です。だってそんなに大きく膨らませちゃってるんですもん。レンさんの釣り竿、もしかして私の裸でこんなになっちゃったんですか？
Sure, whatever makes you happy. Sure. Alright.
レンさん、そのすごい釣り竿で私のこと釣りたいですか？私もレンさんの釣り竿欲しいです。
This is such garbage writing. Oh my god. What is this garbage?
レンさん、
It's so garbage. That after story was probably the worst we've read yet. Jesus Christ, it's so bad. Holy shit, what happened? Suddenly thunders. Arla and I have returned from our trip to see our parents. Summer break is over as well. Our parents have accepted our relationship, and we are now officially a couple in every sense of the phrase. Well, there's one part they don't know about. Arla and I have been secretly having sex at every chance we get. Alright, just show me the CG so that I can be quiet. Or rather, every time her face turns red from excitement, which is often. I'm sure someone, like perhaps Reika-san, has picked up on it though. This brings us to now, where we've moved to a place hidden from prying eyes, the infirmary.
いつもすみません。
Oh no, helping you work this out is my job as your boyfriend, blah blah blah, yes,
今日もお願いしますね。
You just like fap or masturbate or whatever, Arla, I don't really care.
私のこといっぱい可愛がってください。
Pull Arla's body close and lay her softly on the bed. Alright, patreon.com Azaikyousuke. You guys know the drill. This thing is garbage. I feel like people even on Patreon are sick of the amount of H scenes this game has, man. They're not gonna fap like this too much. They're gonna enjoy this when they're like going to the H scene folder that I have for the games that I split when I don't have my voices. But In a main episode that have 8 scenes, these things are just annoying, I kid you not. Alright, people on YouTube, I'll see you guys next time, or after this scene ends.
これなら
What? That was it? Wowza, so that after story was literally an 8 scene. I was like, holy crap, when is this gonna end? And I forgot whether or not the other girls had their after story 8 scene animation. But Arla here, if she's the only one that has animation on it, she might be the one that's what's the word? She might be the developer's favorite, I guess, yeah. I'm sensing some sort of favoritism in Arla here. I'm gonna change the Celebraria though, because I don't have to censor this one. But yeah, I guess that's it for this episode. I really thought I was gonna do something more for that after story, but nope. They had sex, they had an enjoyable sex, and that was it. Oh well. Like I said, the game knows their target demographic, guys. This game is not meant for you to play with the story, man. If you guys actually play this for the story, I highly suggest reading something better, guys. Do not poison your mind with garbage like this, okay? I'm just saying, okay? Actually, read something that makes you think, that makes you feel something that's not just instinctual sexual desires. But if you enjoy this, then by all means, don't let whatever the fuck I say, like, you know, change your mind. But okay, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Give this video a like if you guys like it. A sub if you guys haven't. Patreon will be getting these episodes early access along with everything uncensored. YouTube members, you're not gonna get these uncensored, but you are gonna get it early access. And also people on YouTube that aren't on Patreon just yet, feel free to become a free member because that's gonna be where I put first episode previews of future playthroughs. Okay, tomorrow we're gonna be doing Use Route, and I am gonna be done with this game at last. Ooh boy. Like I said, I don't mind this game. It's just when I'm doing a playthrough for this, it's clear that this is not really a good game to play through on. Because I'm just gonna shit on it, and a lot of the 8 scenes are something that I just can't fap to when I'm recording. So I can't even, you know, grade it for what it's good for. But okay, I'll see you guys on the next one. See ya.